Hello and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar.
And the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything we gather throughout the show, check the description. Anyway, I am Aozander.
I am Lunk.
And today is Woden's Day, aka Wednesday, March 16th, 2022.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it.
Yep.
In 934, Ming Zedong declares himself emperor and establishes later Shu as the new state independence of later Tang.
Interesting. Why is this not, well, I believe I'm streaming, but it's not showing up on,
Hoping.
well, I am recording, so at least I can post this afterwards if things fail. Moving on up to 1190, the massacre of Jews at Clifford's Tower in York occurred. Well, that sucks. Oh, hold on a second. How many were
Horrible.
How many were massacred? That's something. That's an important information. So, let's see here. The city's the entire 150. So, yeah, 150, an estimate that they were. It says here, the city's entire Jewish community was trapped by an angry mob inside something. So it sounds like they all got rounded up. Yay.
God damn, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. Jumping on up to 1244, over 200 Cathars who refused to recant burned to death after the fall of Montesquieu.
Oh my god,
Jeez.
horrible. I need to stop looking at this meme because I'm laughing at horrible things you're saying.
Oh man.
It's a fucking meme I'm looking at.
Well, let's look at memes after the show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Over 1621, Samuel set a Mohegan visited the settlers of Plymouth County and greeted them. Welcome, establishment. My name is Somerset.
Yeah. Welcome, Englishmen. Let's see here.
Welcome, Englishmen.
Yep. Oh, that's interesting. He's just like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. You know. And yeah, history tells us that that didn't end up too well. So.
Like, sup, fuckers? We got corn.
Yeah. Back then they called it maize.
Like corn? Mm-hmm. Like, we got maize. You like maize?
Yep. 1660, the Long Parliament of England was dissolved so as to prepare for the new Convention Parliament.
Long
Parliament.
Okay, also in 1792, King Gustav III of Sweden is shot. He dies on March 29th.
Damn. So, that sounds like an assassination to me.
Yeah.
People were getting shot in the 1700s. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, that's when guns were around. So.
Guns been around longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still like it's still weird because like I saw a picture of Mary, Queen of Scots, and she has a gun. It's just like it's hard to well, not hard, but it's just weird, you know, thinking about like, you know, like Middle Ancient history, the medieval ages, and they had guns. It's just like, whoa. So
yeah, he had guns. Guns existed.
Yeah. Jumping on up a decade, which is 10 years, in 1802, the Army Corps of Engineers was established to found and operate the United States Military Academy at West Point. Nice.
Damn.
Isn't that where, among many other, you know, historical names, didn't Patton come out at West Point?
I think so.
Yeah.
Also, 1815, Prince Willem proclaims himself king of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands, the first constitutional monarch in the Netherlands.
Interesting. Pretty cool. Although whenever people proclaim themselves, you know, that's just like, okay, yeah, sure, buddy. Like, but then everybody just went along with it, so whatever, you know. Moving on up to 1898, in Melbourne, the representatives of 5 colonies adopted a constitution which would become the basis of the Commonwealth of Australia.
Damn. Also, in
1916?
1916. Oh, shit. Bless you?
What?
Someone sneezed.
Oh.
Someone sneezed outside.
Oh, bless you to them. Pass my blessings.
Also 1916, the 7th and the 10th U.S. Cavalry Regiments under John J. Harrison crossed the U.S.-Mexico border to join the hunt for Pancho Villa.
Dang, everybody's looking for this guy. Moving on up to 1924, in accordance with the Treaty of Rome, Fiume becomes annexed as part of Italy.
Nice.
Yeah. More Italian unification there. I think Italy went through unification, what, like twice? At least?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Also, 1926, history of rocketry. Robert Goddard launched the first liquid-fueled rocket at Auburn, Massachusetts.
Nice. Launching missiles that early, jeez. That's 98 years ago. No, 94 years ago. Right? Yeah. If I'm doing my math correctly. So rockets have been around for 94 years. Dang, I thought it was a new thing. Jumping on up 9 years, in 1935, Adolf Hitler ordered Germany to rearm itself in violation of the Treaty of Versailles. Conscription was reintroduced to form the Wehrmacht. So, here we go. Silly mustache man doing his thing.
Also, in 1939, warmer than normal temperatures rapidly melt snow and ice on the upper Allegheny and Monongahela rivers, leading to a major flood in Pittsburgh.
Ooh. And I see the Muffin Man has joined us once again. Welcome back, sir. Moving on up another 9 years, in 1945, during World War II, during the Battle of Iwo Jima ended, but small pockets of Japanese resistance persisted. Well, that's not surprising at all, like especially since the last fighter was like what, found in 1974 or something crazy, still going. So, you know, that's what we were up against in the Pacific. People who were willing to fight for 30, 40 years. You know, so as awful as it was, nuking Japan was a lot better than a land invasion, because then we would have lost millions, let alone them. We probably would have had to like do to them what Germany was doing to a certain people just to end the war. So, yeah. Also, in 1945, 90% of the Würzburg, Germany, was destroyed in only 20 minutes by British bombers, resulting in at least 4,000 deaths. That's still a lot of deaths. But 90% of Würzburg. So we glassed a whole town. You there, Lunk?
Yes. 1962, the Flying Tiger Line Flight 739 disappears in the Western Pacific Ocean with all 107 on board missing and presumed dead.
Yeah, certainly dead by now, unfortunately. 4 years later, in 1966, the launch of Gemini 8 with astronauts Neil Armstrong and David Scott occurred. It would perform the first docking of 2 spacecraft in orbit. Cool.
Hello.
Hello. Mr.
1966 is yours.
1966 yet? Well, I already did 1966.
Well, 1968 is his.
If he wishes.
Oh. The Vietnam War one, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so in 1968, the Vietnam War, My Lai massacre occurs between 347 and 500 Vietnamese villagers were killed by American troops.
Hey, war crimes. But see, that's the problem. See, once again, everybody's so quick to judge. Everybody's so quick to look back at the horrible things in history like this. But put yourself in that time period with what they knew. The Viet Cong were a very real threat, and you don't know who's a VC. You know, they literally, they melded in with, with the local villagers and everything, and so, like, it's horrible. But just to ensure, you know, take everything out. That's war, man. War is hell. War is not sunshine and rainbows. You know.
That's why people that come out that have PTSD.
You mean shell shock, or operational exhaustion, or battle fatigue, or post-traumatic stress disorder?
Yeah.
Same exact thing. They just, as George Carlin said, it's euphemistic language. It dehumanizes the word. It stretches it out. It makes it sound more soft. Because like literally, World War I shell shock, World War II battle fatigue. Shell shock, battle, operational exhaustion, battle fatigue, and then post-traumatic stress disorder. 4 different words throughout time, softer, 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 for the same exact condition. This PC garbage has been going on for a while, like hundreds of years. So, moving on up to 1969, a Viasa McDonnell Douglas DC-9 crashed in Maracaibo, Venezuela, causing the deaths of 155.
155.
Yep. Mr. Lunk, you want to take 77 here?
Yeah. 1977, assassination of Kamalo Jumblat, the main leader of the anti-government forces in the Lebanese Civil War.
Another assassination.
Oh, you want me to do this one?
Yeah, let's canter.
Alright, so in 1978, a Bulgarian Airlines to Tupolev, or I can't really read it. I'm pretty distance with my phone. Anyways, Tu-134 crashes near Gabara, Bulgaria, killing 73 people.
Yeah. I keep saying, man, like all these plane crashes we report on, it just like every single one just makes me more and more less ever to fly again. I know they say, the chances are so minimal. Well, look at the statistics. Look at the history. I don't want to fall out of the sky, in a tin can. Also in 1978, former Italian Prime Minister Aldo Moro was kidnapped. He was later murdered by his captors. Jeez, so many political people getting assassinated today. What the hell?
1978, supertanker Monaco Cadiz spills into after running aground on the Portugal Rocks, 3 miles off the coast of Brittany, resulting in the largest oil spill in history at that time.
Let me look up how much it spilled. Let's see here. M.O. Cadetti's oil spill. NOAA, which stands for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, estimates that the total oil spill was around 220,880 metric tons of oil, which amounts to over 58 million gallons. Now, metric ton is 1,000 pounds, so that's essentially 220,880 pounds, which is still a lot. So,
yeah.
Jumping up to 1979, during the Sino-Vietnamese War, the People's Liberation Army crossed the border back into China, ending the war. Oh, cool. Yeah, that was when China was trying to take over Vietnam. Didn't end well for them either. So,
at least that's a good thing about the Vietnam War.
Yeah, well, the Vietnamese, they're tough, man. They're tough as nails.
No.
They're tough as punji sticks. I'll tell you that. Who wants 1984 here?
1984, William Buckley, the CIA station chief in Lebanon, is kidnapped by Hezbollah. He later dies in captivity.
That's kind of ironic because 1984, is a book about...
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. The CIA, it's like, what a fitting year.
Gotta love George Orwell.
Yep. Jumping up to 1985, Associated Press newsman Terry Anderson was taken hostage in Beirut, but not to be released until December 1991. So 6 years in captivity. Jeez. Well, at least he didn't die like all the other people who were kidnapped today. What the? So, who wants 88?
I can take it.
All right.
In 1988, 3 years later, the Halabja chemical attack the Kurdish town of Halabja. Jesus.
You pronounced it right. You got it right for once.
Oh, yeah. In Iraq is attacked with mixed poisons of gas and nerve agents on the orders of Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein.
Whatever you say. Anyways, killing 5,000 people and injuring about 10,000 more.
Jeez.
Terrorist attack, love.
Oh, Saddam. Well, eventually he got taken out, but the ends don't justify the means. So yeah. Also in 1988, during the Iran-Contra affair, Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North and Vice Admiral John Poindexter were indicted on charges of conspiracy to defraud the United States. Ooh. I gotta look more into that. I've heard references to Iran-Contra affair, and I don't really know much about it. What else happened in 1988?
Also in 1988, the Troubles, Ulster loyalist militant Michael Stone attacks a provisional IRA funeral in Belfast with pistols and grenades. 3 persons, and one of them of a PRA, are killed and more than 60 others are wounded.
Who has so little respect that you attack at a funeral? Like that's awful. Like, who do they think they are? Westboro Baptist Church?
Yeah, but and this one's an interesting one in 95.
Yeah.
I can do this one very quick.
Do it.
So in 1995, Mississippi formally ratifies the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, becoming the last state to approve the abolish of slavery. The 13th Amendment was officially ratified in 1865.
Yeah, it took Mississippi 130 years to catch up with the rest of the country. Wow.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Wow. Jumping up into the next millennium, in 2001, a series of bomb blasts in the city of Shenzhen, China, killed 108 people and injured 38 others. This became the biggest mass murder in China in decades. Good Lord.
Yeah.
2003, somebody?
In 2003, American activist Rachel Corrie is killed in Rafah by being run over by an Israeli Defense Force bulldozer while trying to obstruct the demolition of a home.
Once again, Israel's killing innocent people. For what? And we can't say anything bad about them. I wonder why.
Anyways, in 2005, Israel officially hands over Jericho to help Jericho, or can't really.
Yeah.
Well, for me at least, it's always one way or another with the CH. But to Palestine control.
Good. I'm a supporter of Palestine.
They
Even
call
though,
them Palestine.
even though it's not on the map anymore, thank you, Google. I wonder who owns and operates Google. You know, the Alphabet Corporation. Who owns and operates that? Jumping up to 2014, Crimea voted in a controversial referendum to secede from Ukraine to join Russia. Oh. Okay, well, that's interesting. With today's events currently happening, unfolding before our very eyes.
Yep.
Jumping up to 2016, a bomb detonated in a bus carrying government employees in Peshawar, Pakistan, killing 15 and injuring twice as much in the very least, which is 30. So.
Yep.
What else happened in 2016?
You want to go do it, Lunk?
Okay. Also, 2016, 2 suicide bombers detonated their explosives at a mosque during morning prayer on the outskirts of Maiduguri, Nigeria, killing 24, injuring 18.
You know, once again, you know, doing anything during, like, you know, a grouping of people, like, you know, being a funeral, a wedding, you know, religious something, like, you know, that's despicable. Like, I know, like, that's prime time target right there, but, you know, like, all these people, they're always like, oh, it's a religion of peace, it's a religion of peace. Is it? You know? Who wants 2020 here?
I can take it. So, the Dow Jones in 2020 death roll average falls by 2,997.10, the largest point drop in history, and the second largest percentage drop ever at 12.93%. An even greater crash than Black Monday in 1929. This follows the U.S. Federal Reserve announcing that it will cut its target interest rate to 0.25%.
Black Monday, I believe, was the start of the Great Depression, like, officially.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the stock market collapsed and everything. So we're in a worse depression than back then. And so the next couple of years, we're going to start seeing we think the world's bad now. Like, I keep saying this ever since 2016, 17. Oh, you think the world's bad now? Wait till next year. Wait till next year. Well, it's always darkest before dawn, though. So, you know, keep that in mind. Just anybody watching this, you're having a hard time, you're struggling through it, you're not alone. We all are in the same boat, and we're going to get through this together. And by together, I don't mean with governments. I'm talking about as a people. So.
Yeah, fuck the government.
Yeah. Yeah. And then last but not least, in 2021, the Atlanta spa shootings, 8 people were murdered and 1 was injured in a trio of shootings at spas in and near Atlanta, Georgia, the United States. A suspect was arrested that same day. Who the hell shoots people at a spa? You know?
Probably some crazy...
A person with a sexual addiction who's been to a place.
Okay. Some mentally disturbed person probably came in, have some kind of weird ass fetish, got upset with a gun and start blasting people.
Wait, is this actual things? Because you both are talking about sexual stuff.
No, I mean that's real. That's real shit.
Wow.
No, that's him. He had sexual addictions, and he was religious.
Yeah. People are freaking stupid, dude.
It's ridiculous. Well, anyway, before
that's why I'm slowly hating religion.
Yeah, well...
Because it contradicts everything.
Yeah. Well, this is why I'm an omnist, you know? Like, that, you know, I don't put all my eggs in one basket. So, yeah.
No, you never do.
Yeah, nor do I count them before they hatch. So... before we get into bursts and deaths here, any articles intrigue anybody here?
So the stock market kind of hit me a little bit, but other than that, not really.
Same thing, the stock market.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say, well, obviously the stock market, but this 2003 Rachel Corrie getting run over by a bulldozer.
Of course you're going to say that one.
Well, that's it is. It's awful.
It is awful.
It's weird. Oh, and Mississippi being 130 years late to the party.
Oh, the slavery.
Yeah.
So late.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on into bursts. Who wants to start us off?
You only see me suffer.
Yeah.
I will. I'll start it.
Okay.
Yeah, the second name is worse anyway, so.
Oh, God.
1399, the Xande Emperor, ruler of Ming China.
In 1445, oh God, Johann Gieler von Keseberg, Swiss priest and theologian?
Theologian.
Theologian.
1670, Francois de Francois de Cogny, French general.
French names, dude. Jesus. French names are freaking horrible.
Look, take 1751, and then Muffin can have the next one there.
Oh, Jesus.
1751, James Madison, American academic and politician who served as the fourth president of the United States.
All right, Muffin.
1766, we got Jean Friedrich Waldeck, French freaking Autrican cartographer, artist, and explorer. Jeez.
Antiquarian.
Antiquarian or
and cartographer.
That.
1789, we have George Ohm, a German physicist and mathematician, and I'm wondering.
Yes, he is involved with electricity.
Yeah, but is he the one who invented
Ohm's law?
Ohm.
He invented Ohm's law.
George Simon
And
Ohm.
Ohm.
Okay. Yeah. George Simon Ohm. I think this is the same guy, George Ohm.
It is.
Born. Yep. Okay. Yep. This is the guy. So anyone who vapes out there, you got your ohms. This guy. So yeah. 1799, we have Anna Atkins, an English botanist and photographer, and that makes me wonder, who invented the Atkins diet?
Or the Atkins brand, the food brand.
Food brand.
Or it's still the same shit, but.
Yeah, I'm hungry. So, who was born today in 1886?
I can take this one. Herbert Landstorm, Swedish tug of war player.
Now,
Oh, that's cool. Tug of war.
Yeah, but I wonder, can you get into tug of war professionally? Does that used to be a thing? How is this a notable achievement? Worthy of
Probably
being on
my guessing, since technology wasn't so big at as today's standards.
True.
I bet you it was a big thing in 86 or 1886.
True.
So, yeah.
That's during the Highlander games.
There can only be one.
No. In the Scottish, they're called the Highlander games. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Olympic
You talking about
Worse.
those guys who carry big tree logs and crap, and do all that?
Yep.
Okay. 1900, we have Mensha Karnacheva, Macedonian revolutionary and assassin.
Oh shit.
Assassin. Speaking of assassins, our resident assassin takes 1911. Talking about you, Lunk.
So, 1911, Joseph Mingil, German business captain and mass murderer.
Dang, that's an interesting resume right there.
Mass murder. That's interesting. Anyways, in 1933, we got Keith Critchlow, English architect and a mimic who co-founded Timonos.
Timonos Academy.
Timonos. It came from my word.
You got the muffin mouth.
Oh man, I always have the muffin mouth.
3 years later, 1936, Raymond Vahan Damadian was born today. He's an American, I have the muffin mouth, Armenian U.S. inventor who invented the MRI.
Ooh.
Yeah.
MRIs are lovely.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Oh, God.
1943, we have Ursula Goodenough, a U.S. biologist, zoologist, and author. And I wonder if she was good enough. You know? That is seriously her name. Like, look it up. I didn't edit anything. Like.
I'm sorry. No.
And in 1949, we have Eric Estrada, a U.S. actor who played in Chips.
Okay.
And he's the voice actor in C-Lab 2021.
Ah, okay. That okay. Now I don't even need to look him up. Thank you. See, yep. you are my pop culture thesaurus. So, like, thank you.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, we have 1953. We got Richard Stallman. That's kind of ironic. U.S. computer scientist and programmer. That's why I said it's interesting.
Well, I mean, like you know how like programmers like or gamers are always on the computer, and their dream is to have a computer hooked to the toilet so that way they don't have to leave. So I wonder with a name like that, was he in the toilet stall? Is he a stall man?
Well, it's a really fitting name though.
Yeah.
If it was.
1954, we have Colin Ireland, an English serial killer.
Oh, fuck.
Also in 54...
Well,
what?
Continue.
Also in 1954...
I was about to say, I would kill someone if my name was Colin.
Also in 1954, we have Nancy Wilson, a U.S. singer, songwriter, guitarist, producer, and actress.
I'm kind of curious if she created the Wilson football products.
I don't think she has any affiliation with that.
Sports product.
But let me look that up. Who
or at least
founded the Wilson
sports product?
Football. Thomas Wilson.
Well.
Yeah, Thomas Wilson founded the company, also serving as its president and chairman for 35 years. Wilson Sporting Goods.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Hey, job security. Then,
anyways, you want me to take this one, or is it Lunk?
You take this one.
Okay. In 1950, what the frick? In 1956, Evelyn Windermer Schlumps. Schlumps. That is a weird last name.
I know.
Swiss lawyer and politician. Interesting last name. Freaking for sure. Like, freaking Schlumps. Sounds like Schmeat.
Yeah, it sounds like Lumpy Space Princess. Oh, you wanna get your hands on my Schlumps? You gotta give me a can of beans.
Oh my god.
Mr. Lunk, 1959.
1959, Flavor Flav, U.S. director, actor, and activist.
He's an activist too.
Yeah. He was part of a. He was part of a. Public Enemy.
What do you
mean?
If
your name is William Jonathan Drayton Jr.
Yeah. He co-founded the rap group Public Enemy with Chuck D in 1985. A hype man, he is known for his yells of "Yeah, boy!" when performing.
Oh shit! Yeah, boy!
Yeah, boy! Oh, isn't he the guy who wears the giant clock?
Yes, he is.
Okay, yeah. 1 year later, 1960, Jenny Eclair was born to date. He was an English comedian, actress, and screenwriter. And that just makes me hungry for eclairs. So.
Also, in 1961, we have Todd McFarlane, Canadian author, illustrator, and businessman who co-founded McFarlane Toys, and also the comic book Spawn.
Spawn, like the
Spawn.
Yeah.
The
And
comic book character Spawn.
Character Spawn. Alright. 1963, Kevin Smith, a New Zealand actor and singer, and that name sounds familiar. Isn't Kevin Smith the same name of that guy who plays Silent Bob, right?
Yes,
okay.
But it's not him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he'd be a little old then. Mr. Muffin, 1964?
Alright, so in 64 we got Gore. That's an interesting first name.
Yeah.
Verbinski, U.S. director, producer, and screenwriter.
Yep.
Hey Gore, what's up?
Yeah. 1965, Mark Carney, a Canadian English economist and banker. And I wonder if he worked at a carnival. You know, he's a carny, you know. So.
Man, some carne asada does sound pretty good though.
Oh, man, I'm already hungry. You're making it worse.
Yeah.
I guess is this your payback for me making you read these awful, God forbidden names?
God
Speaking of which, why don't you take 1972?
Oh, Jesus. Is it Ismail? Sire? Sire? I can't even freaking pronounce. His French names are just god awful, dude.
Yeah.
Sire, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
Sigir. Ismail Sigir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
French Moroccan.
Yeah. French Moroccan long distance runner. I thought he died. I thought that.
Yeah, no, Ishmael. Like, remember the book Moby Dick? Call me Ishmael. Like, how many Ishmaels are there today? Like, that's an old name, you know?
Yeah.
Then, 1983, we have Brandon League, a U.S. baseball player. That's a fitting name for a player. The last name is League. The league is in the league, you know?
Yep.
Moving on into deaths. Starting us off, who wants to start us off in 37?
Start us off in 37, Tiberius, Roman Emperor.
Ooh.
Damn. 455, we have Valentinian III, an assassinated Roman emperor.
And also in 1185, got Baldwin the 4th or the 5th? I can't.
4th.
4th. Of Jerusalem, from Kingdom of Heaven.
Yeah. If you've ever seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven, the king there was Baldwin, and I'm wondering if that was Baldwin the 4th.
Yeah.
Baldwin, yeah, it was. So this is the guy he got leprosy and then died. So, yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. Also, 1410, John Beaufort, 1st Earl of Somerset, French-English admiral and politician who was a Lord Warden of the Seine ports.
Yep. 1698, we have Leonora Christiana Ulfeldt, Danish countess who is the author of Jammer's Mind. And I want to look that up real quick, because I wonder what's so notable about this. Jammer's Mind, translated into English as Memoirs of Leonora Christiana, is an autobiography completed in 1674 by her, the daughter of Christian IV of Denmark and Kirsten Munk. The work, first published in 1869, is included in the Danish culture canon. Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lunk finally in the history.
Where?
Yeah. You just said lunk?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pass. Yeah.
Monk. Anyway, who else died today?
1738, George Barr, German architect who designed the Dresden Frankenkreis.
I gotta look that up real quick. Dresden Oh, this thing. I remember that. So, like, didn't wasn't he born early, like, yesterday? George Barr.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I think I looked this up, like, yesterday. Sounds familiar. George Barr. Born March 5th. Whoa, okay. Yeah, he was born yesterday in 1666 and then died today in 1738.
Well, just a day apart.
That's not often. That's weird.
It is really weird.
1868, we have David Wilmot, an American politician who is a sponsor of Wilmot Proviso. What is Wilmot Proviso? Okay. It's the Wilmot Proviso was designed to eliminate slavery within the land acquired as a result of the Mexican War in 1846 through 48. So interesting. I'm going to add this to the underbar as well. As I'm doing that, Mr. Muffin, 1888.
Oh shit. God, another French name. Anyways, it's Hippolyte Carnot. In 1888, French politician, which is a interesting first name because it has hippo and Carnot.
Right.
It reminds me of a game a really good friend of mine likes to play, Hippo or Rock.
Hippo or Rock, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
Is it a hippo or a rock?
I got gang banged by a fucking hyena. She didn't laugh.
Dang. Mr. Lowe, do you want to take the next one?
Yes. In 1914, John Murray. You know what's funny, Murray? Scottish oceanographer, biologist, and limnologist. What is the limnologist?
Limnology is the study of inland aquatic ecosystems. The study of limnology includes aspects of the biological, chemical, physical, and geological characteristics and functions of inland waters. This includes the study of lakes, reservoirs, ponds, rivers, springs, streams, wetlands, and groundwater. For further information on limnology, please refer to the underbar, the link of which I am posting this very moment. Boom. Then jumping on up to 1937, we have Alexander von Stale-Holstein, an Estonian orientalist and sinologist. I have no idea what either of those are. So let me look this up.
Sinologist sounds like a person who studies sin.
Orientalism is in art, history, literature, and cultural studies. Orientalism is the imitation or depiction of aspects in the Eastern world. These depictions are usually done by writers, designers, and artists from the Western world. I'm going to add a link to that here, but before I do, I'm going to look up sinologist. That is the study of the Chinese, and especially their language, literature, history, and culture. Okay. As I'm adding these into the underbar, next couple of ones you guys take.
1968, Mario Castiglione Tedesco. Italian U.S. pianist and composer.
Oh, and also in 1988, we got Jigger Stats, a U.S. Baseball, I think, player.
Yeah, that's a misspell.
Yeah.
That's a crazy name, man. Imagine replacing the letter with a certain letter.
It reminds me of reminds you of that old lady in Futurama, Micah Jigger.
Mike Jigger.
1990, we have Ernst Bacon, a U.S. pianist, composer, and conductor.
Ooh,
bacon.
Give me some bacon.
I would like some bacon too.
1994, Eric Show, U.S. baseball player.
Did he put on a show?
With a name like that, you better.
Come on, baby, let's go! Down.
Hey, Mr. Show, how you doing, brother?
Yep. 2005, we have Ralph Erskine, an English architect who designed the London Arc. And I think I know that building. But just to be sure, the London Arc. Yep, that one. It is a really cool looking building. Really cool looking.
I'll take this one.
No, why don't we give it to Muffin?
Nah, he had enough.
Okay.
Also in 2013, Jose Alfredo Martinez de Hoyos, Argentinian economist and politician, Minister of Economy in Argentina.
Dude, 2016 is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Take it.
We got 2016 Frank Sinatra Jr., a U.S. singer and actor.
Yep. Frank
Good
Sinatra's son.
Sinatra.
Fly me to the moon.
Yes, sir.
Among the stars. Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any link you may be interested in, which also includes
Shohin TV on Twitch.
and everything Omni Coalition. For your dose of Passive Events Daily, we stream every day at 3 o'clock now Pacific Time, p.m., which is also
2 to 5 p.m. Central.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I am Long.
I'm the Muffin Man, or Caillou Ibushi.
Yep. And you are you. Until tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. You'll see us then. Toodles.